Hi again. This is another edition of BlueSpray video tutorials. If you follow us, the last time we covered how to add programs and schedule um, run times for BlueSpray controller. So in this video, to continue, we're going to try to cover the rest of the setting on the left side here. The next one is, I believe, is sensors. If you have a rain sensor installed, you can configure it here. To enable it, normally it's disabled. To enable it, you click on this button to unlock it. Make sure you select the right um, type of sensor. We support the normally open and normally closed rain sensor. To find out which one you have, you have to consult your sensor manual and figure it out. That's the best way to find out. If not, and then if you know your rain sensor is working fine and it's not activated or not tripped right now, click on one of these. I know, well, mine is normally closed. So when I click on the right sensor, click on the sensor type, you see the panel over here come alive, and if you select the right sensor, it should say inactive, and if it is inactive right now. If you click on the other one, that should say in a few seconds it's gonna show you that it's the other state. And in this case, I know mine is normally closed, so let's choose that. And to move on to the next one, door sensor. If you have purchased a garage door kit from us, it should come with a door sensor which you can install by the garage to tell the controller the status of the garage door. It's here that you can configure to automatically close the garage door. You can choose one of the other of these two states. Close after means whatever number you put here, the door now will close automatically after this many minutes has passed since it was open. Close at is let's say you normally leave the garage door open a lot. You work in the garage all day, but in case at night you go to bed at night and you don't want to wake up in the morning to realize the garage door is open. In short, you leave your garage door open a lot and you don't want it to keep closing every 10 minutes. You can choose to say close after this time of day, say 10 p.m. and if at 10 p.m. the garage door is still open, the controller will close it. So the controller is this only programmed it to close the garage door. For me, I normally I leave it 15 minutes after it is open, and as soon as you configure it, you can see the door sensor panel comes alive, and that should be the state of your correct state of your sensor. Time to test it. Once you're done, click on save, and we have configured the sensors. For operations, controller settings, if you have a master valve, say yes here. I don't have a master valve, I leave it no. If you do have a master valve in your installation, make sure you say yes. Otherwise, the water won't get in. The controller won't open the master valve when it runs, so you don't get water. Delay watering days is for manual delay. Let's say you just want to skip a few days because it just rained. You can do that here. and once you do, you can see that the controller style is being delayed. But we won't do that here. Bypass range sensor. This is in the case that your sensor is malfunction for some reason, and if now for some reason it doesn't work, it stops the controller from watering. Clicking yes is going to bypass it. That means the controller will ignore the state of the rain sensor. For stack runs, if you have that stack runs mean if you have a let's say two conflicting runs, and one, let's say one is about to start or is supposed to start when the other one doesn't finish, and they overlap each other, then the controller will schedule the second one to run immediately after the first one finishes. You will want to, so here you want to say yes, unless you know what you're doing. If you say no, the controller will run both of their runs at the same time. That might result in unpredictable behavior. You don't want to do that. If you're a home residential controller, you want to say yes here. Otherwise, if you might not have enough pressure or water pressure to run both valves at the same time, because that's what's going to happen when you run two scheduled program at the same time. For lawn setting, this is where you can change the picture of the lawn view. If you don't like the default picture, you can enter URL of the picture where you host it. On BlueSpray website, we have a few pictures you can choose to use. In this exercise, I'm going to try to choose this picture here, and you can choose, put your own picture of your own property somewhere, get it from Google Earth. You have to host it though. You have to put it on the website, and you can use Photo Bucket or Flickr or even Facebook and point to it. It will show it. The zone text color means that let's say in case in the case the default color of the text for the zone is black. Let's say your picture is too dark and it doesn't blend in, you can change this color. For this, I'm gonna change it to let's say orange so we can see it. Click on save. Once it's saved, let's go see. Oh, look at that. The lawn view has changed, and you can see the text change too to the orange, the color to orange. And if you don't like that picture, you want to use a default picture, just leave it blank, and that should go back to the default. Let's go with the default picture the next time next time you refresh the browser. For weather, this is to configure weather threshold. This one's gonna take a little longer, so I'm gonna leave it out here and cover this in the next video. For system, we've been here before. We've done this before to switch the operating mode from standalone to the internet and then connect to your Wi-Fi router. So I won't cover that here. I think the other thing that I want to mention is the controller name. You can change that. That's gonna show up as the name of the controller. You can name it as your own in case your neighbor has one, so you're not confused. You know what you're looking at, or you own more than one. NTPs, time zone, we did that. NTP servers is the best idea to leave it here in case one of these servers die. You can input your own if you want to. Security settings. If you want to set restricted access. You can input your you can change you put the login names here and password, so you don't get unauthorized access to your controller. It's an option, your controller should be in your private network. Only you can view it, and you should know the security of your network. But you don't feel safe about that, you can choose yes here and input in your password. I just won't cover that here because it's gonna lock us out with it. But as soon as you put it in, and every time you try to access the controller, it's gonna ask for a password. So the next tab is administration. This is where you go to upgrade the firmware. You have to download the firmware file from our website to your local computer, and here you click choose file and upload that file. As soon as you choose that file, the update's gonna come alive, which we won't cover that here. And click on update and wait about a couple of minutes. Will prompt you to wait for a couple of minutes, and then it will resume to where it was after the firmware is updated. And if for any reason you want to restart the controller, you don't have to go up there and unplug it. Click on the restart controller, which you won't do here. So that's pretty much it. Next time, I promise, I'll talk about the weather tab. Until then, it's getting long now, so I don't want to have a big file. It's hard to upload from YouTube, so just say goodbye here, and see you in the next video.